Hey everyone, welcome to Glow with Grace. So we are doing some work in the garden today. We just recently weeded the whole of the garden that's right outside of our house. It's kind of like our veggie, fruit, flower garden, something like that. And it's ready for a whole load of new seeds. So I thought we would show you how it's going, because a lot of you keep asking about the gardens and the horses. Hopefully I'll be able to do a horse update as well soon. But here we go with the garden. So here's a look at what things currently look like. You can see there's quite a few things already out there. There's some perennials, there's some flowers, there's some fruit trees and stuff. There's even some grapes actually. But there's a lot of blank space. You can see, you can't really see everything from here, but you can see there's brown blank spaces. And there's Pepe out there getting things ready. So I'm going to show you the seed mixture. Okay, so here we are with a mass of seeds in this little bag. I'm gonna, wow, they kind of went everywhere. There's probably, I don't even know, I'll try and count them. I would guess like 60 or more different kinds of seeds in here. Some of the seeds are really old, some of them I just got. And my intention is to throw them all together into this bowl right here that has a lid. And we're gonna take these out in a big mixed up fashion and get them in the ground. I kind of like that idea rather than planting rows of like one row of this, one row of that. Just mix everything up. So here we go. I'm going to throw them all in the bowl. Okay, so I emptied out all the seeds into this bowl. You can see, and there's probably like thousands of seeds in there because some of them are really small, you know. And there's all kinds of different things. There's flowers, there's herbs, there's vegetables. You know, there's like corn, stevia, cucumbers, tomatoes, calendula, basil, thyme, watermelons, beans, peas, I think I said tomatoes, cucumbers, just so many different things, sage. So our intention, I just actually was putting intentions into this as I was stirring it all up, is you know, we're going to go and put all this out in the garden. And as I said, some of the seeds are really old, so we don't know if they're going to do anything. We just had such a massive amount of seeds here. And I just wanted to try them out and we'll see what happens. So we're going to go and put them out in the garden. And I put the intention in for them all to just do their best. And we'll see what happens in a few weeks, a few months. Okay, so I was going to try to show you here that we made a spiral within this mulch, which is peanut husks, but the dogs are just going nuts out here and they already like ruined the spiral before we could get any seeds in there. But so you can see, like, this is bare soil. Everything was weeded recently and Pepe's putting in some kale plants here, and we don't want to leave the soil bare. That we've not been great at mulching, as I said. So we got many sacks from Kitsia, who's a wonderful permaculturist here, of peanut shells, which is a big business here in this region of Ecuador, making peanut butter, growing peanuts. You can actually see some of the peanuts still in here. So these peanut husks make really great mulch. Apparently they're really great at releasing nitrogen as they break down, and they just keep everything covered. They're really cheap. They're an excess product from the peanut butter industry. So what we did, which you cannot see at all anymore because of the dogs, we laid down a pipe in a spiral here, and then we threw the peanut husks all over the pipe, all over this area of ground, and then we lifted the pipe out so that there was a spiral left, which we're going to put the seeds into. But obviously the dogs are finding this absolutely hilarious to be in this part of the garden right now. So we'll probably go and work somewhere else. But that's the idea. We're going to lay down pipes or whatever in some kind of spiral or different shapes, and then pour the peanut husks all over and around so that we get left with like a nice hole, like a shape of a spiral or whatever, to put the seeds into, and they're nicely surrounded by really great soil and covered with mulch all around as well. So that's the plan. Right now it's a bit chaotic out here, so maybe we'll come back later. Okay, so we found another place to try again, and we're using this piece of rubber that I don't know what it is, but I just found it. So we're going to use this, and you see we made a spiral, and now here's the sack of peanut husks. I'm going to attempt to film while throwing this over. I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, so that's probably enough, and there's already a dog interested. Gypsy, stop it! Okay, so we're gonna spread these out nicely so then they're all clumped together. I bought 20 sacks for the whole garden. We'll see. It's like $2.50 or something for a sack. So $50 maybe to mulch the entire garden. And the reason why you might want to mulch, if you're not familiar with that, basically is to protect the soil. You know, nature never leaves bare soil. There's always something there. So when you leave soil bare, it's really easy for the soil to get blown away, to have the nutrients kind of sucked out of it. It gets damaged more easily, it gets compounded more easily when people walk on it. So it's great to put some kind of mulch over your soil if you can. It can be anything, you know, you don't need to buy something. You could use just, you know, weeds that you pull up from your garden, just lay them straight down there on the soil. You could use wood chips, you could use anything. So here we go, I just kind of evened the peanut husks out there. And now I'm going to try to lift out this rubber. I knocked it a bit, but you can see more or less there's a spiral there, right? So now we're going to take that tub of seeds and plant in that spiral. Okay, here's the tub of seeds. I forgot to say there was something like somewhere between 40 and 50 different types of seeds in here. I kind of lost count, but we were right around there. And look, dogs happily sitting on a different bed and fighting over there. Okay, so there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of seeds in here. I'm just going to try to do this like as sparingly as possible. So I'm just going to try to drop a few as we go around this spiral. Because of course we don't want everything to come up right on top of each other. If possible, we can always thin them out if they do, but it's nice for everyone to have a bit of space of their own. So just trying to drop them as kind of sparingly as possible. To also try to get around the whole garden because, as I said, we've got a lot of space to fill in here. So there we go, one little handful got me all the way around this spiral. It wasn't even a handful, it was like a pinchful. And now we're just going to slightly knock the edges of the spiral, the peanut edges, and fill a little bit of mulch on top, just a tiny bit on top of each of the seeds here, so that they're not totally exposed and they've got a little bit of a start on their germinating process. And that's it. That's what we're going to hopefully do in this whole garden today. Get everything replanted up with seeds, and then maybe I'll be able to do a garden update again in a couple of months or something and show you how it's all been going. Here's Pepe making another spiral. Muy bien. I think the locals here think I'm a bit crazy for wanting to mulch. They don't really do mulching here. And obviously, of course, you can make any kind of shape. You don't have to make spirals if you wanted to do this kind of thing. We could do anything. We have some spaces over there in a spiral triskelet where it's not going to work to do spirals. You know, we'll just do like straight lines or wiggly lines, whatever. You could do triangles, pyramids. I just happen to like spirals. So Pepper was just telling me why there's so many peanuts around here. It's because they eat peanut butter with lots of different things like yucca and potatoes and banana and greens, salads and lots of things. So Pepe just told me that there's like 5 pineapples growing here now. So I came to check them out. Oh my goodness, look at the tiny pineapple. So cool. There's another one. Oh, there's another one. He said there's like, oh, I see another one. He said there's like 5 of them coming up. This is so cool. For those of you who don't know, pineapples take a really long time to grow. So what you do is, you know, imagine this was a mature pineapple, not like 2 inches long or whatever it is. You would cut the top off and put the top in the ground, and that's what creates a new pineapple plant, and a pineapple grows up out of the middle of it like this. And it seriously takes somewhere like 18 months to 2 years for a pineapple to get to maturity. These guys have been in the ground for, I don't even know, like probably a year already. We used to, I don't really eat pineapple at the moment, but when I used to eat it a lot, we would take every single top from every single pineapple and plant it around the edge of the garden. And yeah, it's just really cool to see that they're coming up. I love it. And it's so incredible to me. We live in Ecuador, in case you guys, any of you don't know. Pineapples here, a mature, amazing pineapple is like $1. It's crazy. Imagine that took 2 years probably to get to fruition, and they sell it for $1. Yeah, life's really inexpensive here. And the food, especially like the fruits, are some of the best I've ever had anywhere in the world. Like the pineapples, the papayas, the bananas, the avocados, all of the kind of local simple things. They are amazing. I remember when we first got here, I just could not believe the way that the fruit was. I felt like just so incredibly blessed to be able to access these incredible gifts from the earth. And now we have our own growing. Yay! Alright, so we ended up doing spiral after spiral after spiral all around the garden, and we have used up all the mulch already, all of the peanut husks, and we're going to need some more. So we're going to get off and order some more of that, and I'll hopefully be able to do a garden update for you in a couple of months, and we'll see how everything's coming up. Thanks for joining us.